from this corridor, the corridor we call the doorway of no return.
Welcome. If it's your first time here, my name is Habib and I'm a Ugandan American traveling to all 54 African countries before I turn 54. We still have a long way to go. Well, today I welcome you to the West African country of Senegal in this video. Oh, and by the way, congratulations to Senegal's new president, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, I hope I got that correct, who was elected in the most recent elections. Congratulations once again, Mr. Faye. I flew into Senegal from Abidjan on Kenya Airways. I will review Kenya Airways at some point. Senegal is a country where no visa is required for US passport holders. That is always a plus. We love that, right? When I landed in Senegal, I concluded that this airport has a luggage problem. Oh my God. There is no airport I've seen in the world that has tons and tons of luggage scattered everywhere. I asked someone working at the airport about it and they said that sometimes it takes a long time for the bags to get off the plane and get to the terminal, such that many passengers leave thinking that the airline has actually lost their baggage. The bags finally come out 2 or 3 hours later. However, the result is that all these bags have piled up over time and are just waiting for their owners. Regarding accommodation, I could not spend my points in Senegal, so I slept at the Radisson Blu, a 5-star hotel in Dakar. Thumbs up to the staff, the food, the evening live bands, the music, and the ambience. It is right next to the ocean, therefore the sunsets here are everything. On my first day, I looked out for Audrey, a friend of mine from the Central African Republic, and met him for brunch at a place called Mamelles, if I remember. Our first stop was the Renaissance Monument. I have really longed to visit this place. Be ready to hike up these stairs to the monument from the base.
Here we are at this great monument. Interesting fact, it was completed by the North Koreans. Can you imagine? So the monument was erected on 3rd April by the president, and these countries' leaders were present: Benin, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Comoro, Congo, Gabon, Gambia, Equatorial Guinea, Liberia, Malawi, Mali, Mauritania, Mozambique, North Korea, wow, Sierra Leone, Chad, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and Zimbabwe. And the architect, Pierre Guadabi Atepa.
The next day, we headed to Goree Island.
We're on our way to Goree Island. It's about a 20 minute ride from Dakar, and the cost is about 5,200 francs. There is a ferry leaving every hour. So yeah, I think this ferry is just a little bit smaller than the ones in Zanzibar from Dar es Salaam, if you've gone on those. So yeah, looking forward to Goree Island, something of course that you shouldn't miss when you come to Dakar, Senegal. I just arrived in Goree Island, and yeah, it's a little bit chaotic over here. So here I was told as well that it'll be very chaotic. I didn't come with a tour guide, so they were like, just walk. So I'm just gonna walk, see some nice restaurants. I'm just gonna walk pretty much and discover the place. Wow. There are a lot of people asking to give you tours, so very interesting. Ampul, thank you. You know, there's a community that lives here actually. I don't want to go too close, but there's a class going on right there. I love that. The buildings are still, that old feel. course, a lot of restaurants. And there is a gallery here. I don't want to go up there. People might be living here, it might be disrespectful. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, I think people are living here. I don't want to go. If I'm correct, this is the St. Charles Church, St. Charles Borromeo Church. I think I'm saying that correctly.
In Goree Island, I was actually surprised by the memorials and statues and monuments that have been erected on this island.
I'm up here at the cannon, right there. You can see it, and I was just talking to a gentleman right here. You know, I'm trying to avoid buying anything that I like because I get home and then I'm like, I don't know where to put these things. But there was something very interesting that he showed me right here. And I'll let him explain how they make these things. Because I was like, why do they have all these things here? Like there's a shaver and cables and stuff like that. But he said he wants to explain himself.
Yeah, this is my job. This name recuperation. I'm bring all the things here down the beach. Chaque morning, me I'm go side the beach for look all the material que the beach bring. I'm bring this pour faire the tableau récupération. Yeah, this personnage en français, English, récupération. Yeah.
So he's saying that they go to the beach every morning and they collect items that have washed on shore, you know, all this stuff is in the ocean, and then they come and make these things and sell them. So that's very interesting that they try to clear up the ocean and then make these things. Very cool.
I think I've noticed that there are all these little galleries, so I don't know what's here. It looks open, but I feel like I'm just walking into someone's home. Oh wow, interesting.
From this corridor, you heard about it. The corridor we call the doorway of no return.
After our trip to Goree Island, we returned to Dakar and spent some time on the beaches in the evening. Because Dakar is on a peninsula, there of course are a lot of beaches, and sometimes there are a lot of people on these beaches. there's a secret little beach that a friend of mine told me about. Well, it's not a secret anymore if I tell you. It's called Plage de Mamelles. You can actually find this place on Google Maps. It's a tiny beach, silent, hidden with not so many people. A few youngsters doing their exercises perhaps. There are several bars and one is actually owned by an American gentleman who I met from Ohio. This place is the perfect place for you to sit, have a drink, eat some food, and watch the sunset in Dakar. Senegal is the healthiest country that I've ever been to, hands down. The reason is that in the evening, so many people work out on the beaches, which is incredible to watch. There's actually a beach on the Corniche that has all this workout equipment. I went there one evening and it was full of people. The exercises and the machines are questionable. However, it's great to see people at least do something in mass. I understand they do this in the morning before the temperatures are hot and again in the evening when the temperatures have cooled. Once you're done, feel free to grab something to eat on the beach. There are a lot of vendors. I had some get me some fresh fish from the ocean and they cooked it right before me.
Et ça fait combien? Ça. 3000. Et ça? 7000. Okay. So there's 7,000. 2000. 3,000 and then the smaller one is 2,000. Okay.
I went to Pink Lake or Lac Rose or Lac Retba, whatever you want to call it, on my last day in Senegal. It's about a 40-minute drive out of Dakar. To be honest, this was a waste of time coming here. The pink color of the lake is caused by an algae that's present in the water. The day was cloudy, so the lake wasn't as pink. I chose between visiting a museum and going to the Pink Lake. I do honestly regret having chosen the lake. On the lake, we took a boat ride and later saw some people riding a camel and doing desert-like activities. Again, really nothing to write about here. It was soon time to leave Senegal. Yes, I have yet to explore the best of this country. I want to come back because it's an easy trip from the US. I really would like to visit Sali, St. Louis, Goree Island, and more. Also, Senegal is right in between Mauritania and countries like the Gambia that I look forward to visiting. It's like a gateway to all these other West African countries as the country's airline, Air Senegal, is sort of big in West Africa. Thank you so much for following my journey, guys. Please subscribe and turn on your notifications. Until then, safe travels everyone, and please stay tuned for the next video.